Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Yay, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to give a big shout out to my boy Anthony. Anthony, I was getting on Facebook, setting everything up, and I saw you on the treadmill out there. That is dedication, my friend. Good for you. You just keep going. That's what it takes to be fierce, is to hit that treadmill even on Monday morning. After doing three Christmas parties yesterday. Yep, that was me. Three. Thank God they started at two in the afternoon, right? Let's see who's on here this morning. Dina and Laura and Michelle and Dan. Good morning, Dan. I owe you a phone call today. Anthony. We already said hi to Anthony and Michelle. So anyways, I want to talk today about something. It was kind of all over me. So first of all, I'll give you guys an update. Friday was amazing in Dallas, and I met with the script writer for the show, and her name is Lisa too. Go figure. So that was pretty fun. But she and I were like on the same track. And she said, do you realize, Lisa, that because it's not a me thing, right? I'm the talent, but it's a whole team of people pulling this show together. She said, we're doing something that's never been done before with you. And we're doing a show about, automotive geared toward female consumers. She said, you're naturally going to draw a female audience. And a lot of guys too. And she said, but it's never been done before. She's like, no pressure. And it just really hit me. We were up there all afternoon, going through scripts, and we're creating what they call the treatment. So the treatment is the actual show. So I'll go back and right after New Year, and we're going to shoot the pilot, and just kind of go through the writing and through the treatment and things like that. And, but it really hit me. It was like, wow, doing what no one's done before. There's been shows about cars, there's been shows about a lot of things, but not with a woman at the helm, not with a woman automotive expert at the helm of the show. And so, anyways, that was really interesting. And I started coming back on the way home, and you guys saw James drove me, and I was just like, wow, what if it fails? If it's never been done before? Maybe there's a reason it hasn't been done before. Maybe because it won't work, right? So I get into this whole weird do loop thing in my head. Don't worry, I'm out of it. No worries with me. You guys know that. But yesterday, so then, fast forward to yesterday, and the first Christmas party we went to was of our very dear friend, Judge Cindy Borland, and she just lost publicly and painfully her bid for re-election because she's a circuit judge. And, in fact, all the Republicans lost. It was a sweep. They knocked out all the Republican judges in her court. So I think there was 10 of them, and then I think 30 statewide lost. And so it was kind of this was her party, but it was the first time she had to face, there was probably 100 of us there. And it was like the first time she but she wanted to face her friends, and she, talking about the agony of defeat, because she's an amazing judge. She's smart as heck. She was appointed by the governor of Texas the first time around. I mean, she is amazing. And our courts lost a great judge over politics, which I hate. But anyways, that being said, how hard is it sometimes when you publicly fail? And so it was kind of all over me today, because I thought, God, if this TV show doesn't get renewed the next season or something happens, then that's kind of pretty public failure. You got to come back out and say, hey, yeah, I guess I didn't do a good job. Or Cindy, who puts it all out there, to be a judge, to serve. And believe me, she was a lawyer in private practice. She took a huge pay cut to be a judge. She's a very successful lawyer with a very successful law practice. And so, I just want to encourage, I just feel like there's somebody out there that I need to encourage, that you're thinking about, here we are, we're coming into Christmas, we're coming into the end of the year, and there's somebody out there who wants to make a big move. Maybe there's many of you out there that want to make a big move, that you want to take a chance, that you want to be the first one to do something. I could have gone my whole life without them telling me that on Friday. I'd be like, I got this thing in the bag. I've done TV before. It's no big deal. I know cars. I know people. I know how to entertain. But, but then she started putting all that in my head, but not in a bad way, but to almost like in an encouragement way. But then you start to get in your own way, and then, or like my friend Cindy, it's a big deal to go out and put your name on a ballot. And I mean, she's in, 30 or 40 counties. And, and out there and asking people to vote for you, and, asking people to support you. And so I just think there's somebody out there today that needs to hear that you're thinking about doing something really, really big in 2019, but something might be stopping you. It might be because people are telling you, you know what, it's never been done before, so good luck. Or, you put yourself out there and you don't get the job, or you don't get the promotion. But what are you going to do to combat that? Because you see, if you don't try, you're never going to get there. So I want to see what you guys are saying. Hey, I'm going to see who else is on here this morning. I have to look on my phone because it's not showing up on my screen anymore. Max, good morning. Melissa, Scott Simons, Jeff, Janelle, Crystal, David. Good grief, we got a great crowd today. Zelinda, Michael, Nigel, Frank. So, if you guys are just tuning in, what I'm talking about, it's Lisa Copeland's 15 Minutes of Fears, but what I'm talking about is fear. Here we are, we're coming to the end of the year. We're coming toward, this is when we start making New Year's resolutions. This is when we start planning on what we're going to do next year, what we're going to be, how we're going to fulfill our dreams. But there'll be something, or maybe even someone that's stopping you. And I just needed to say that to you guys today, that if you believe that this is what you're supposed to do. And it was hard for Cindy yesterday to get up in front of all of her friends. Obviously the election was in November, but this is the first time that she's brought everybody together. She has this party every single year for all her girlfriends, and but to come together and just say, hey, and it was so cute because the theme of her party was the Grinch. And her middle name is Louise. And so she's like, I'm Cindy Lou and this is the Grinch. But to be able to kind of stand up there in front of everybody and say, you know what, I was a damn good judge and I got voted out over politics. But you know what? I'm going to do, there's another judgeship open, like Texas Supreme Court, or she goes, I'm going to go back into private practice. She's like, but this was a great learning lesson. It was a great step toward something that's out there that's bigger for me. So if something happened this year to you here in 2018 and you didn't get the job you wanted, or a company you started isn't going quite as fast as you thought it would go, I just want you to take this time between now and the end of the year and to really reflect on the fact that some of the greatest people in the world and the most famous people, the most successful people in the world have failed, and that they've gotten back up and they do it again. You only fail if you quit. Someone told me that a long time ago. You only fail if you quit. You're going to fall down a lot. And so I really wanted to say that just out there today. Like I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. 3 Christmas parties yesterday. I've been up since 5. Go me. Let's see what you guys have to say about there. Put out there. I want to see what you guys have to say. Put out there what you're thinking about doing in 2019. And and what are some of the roadblocks? Hello, good morning, Robin. Anthony. Okay, finally, now I can watch. I need my 15 minutes of fears. That was Anthony who was on the treadmill. So put out there what you guys want to do. Good morning to you, Melissa. Sidebar, I want to tell you guys about the best movie I think I've ever seen. And I'm kind of a movie person. I'm really a movie person with Eli, my grandson. But it was Ralph Broke the Internet. I mean, it sounds like a kid's movie. It is, but it's not. I mean, Carvana is in it. Like, go Carvana. Google, Amazon. But it is a big idea and it's a big story, and it's made by Disney. And so Disney brings back all their characters, like the Disney princesses. And I mean, it is so good. And talk about a movie that'll get you into the holiday spirit is go see Ralph Broke the Internet. But I just want you guys and gals, I want you to think about, what is it you want to do? I've been working on having my own show around automotive. Never knew what it was going to be. I just wanted it. How many years now? 6 years. 6 years. And this production company that I've signed with came to me 6 years ago. So it has taken 6 years for us to get to the point where we are filming in January. So anything that's worth doing or worth having is, it isn't going to happen overnight. And it's been a lot of thought. It's been a lot of trial and error. I've gotten busy. They've gotten busy, because if I haven't mentioned, they are Joel Osteen's managers, and they run all of Osteen Ministries. And I mean, they've got a lot of famous people, but Osteen's their biggest, which makes them the biggest buyer of Fox, which gives us the time slot on Fox that we have. So sometimes, things that you really, really want don't happen on your timing. And I can tell you, I'm glad it didn't even happen a year ago. I don't know that I would have known what I know now, even a year ago, to come off as an automotive expert on national television. If it doesn't happen today or tomorrow, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you. But I just want to encourage you guys and gals between now and the end of the year to be thinking about what is it you're going to do in 2019? What is that big, audacious dream that you have, that you want to go out there and you want to crush it in 19? because now's the time to start thinking about it. And maybe you have been thinking about it, but maybe you haven't done anything to execute. You haven't done anything to meet the people that can help you get there. So I want to encourage you to do that. Does anybody have it out there? Oh, Ralph was with my internet this morning. Anthony, you're so cute. Michelle, this has been so incredible. And 2019 is going to be huge. Never quit. Good job, Michelle. I want you to stick that. Greg says donating 50 videos to charities, I'm sorry, Greg, to charities and nonprofits in 2019. Dina says she wants to tour operations company is my idea since I'm in the mecca of the tourism industry. Okay, Dina, tell us where you live. I want to hear about that. A movie about breaking the internet. We can all relate, right? Exactly. And Michelle says she posted hers above. Trendy, it keeps freezing on my end. I am so sorry. I probably shouldn't have talked about breaking the internet today. But so today's 15 Minutes of Fierce, if you're just tuning in, it's just my day. I was just talking about my friend's Christmas party I went to yesterday. She's a judge, a state judge, and she was not reelected. None of the Republican judges were. It was a complete sweep of her court, and they all got voted out. It was a total political move. It had nothing to do with their character or the job that they do. It was a political move, and we all know the political environment right now. And, and she stood up in front of all her friends yesterday, and she said, you know what? And her house was decorated Christmassy and like the Grinch, and it was cute. And she's like, but you know what? That's only because God's got something bigger for me. She's like, this was a great run. And she's like, in fact, I'm working through the end of the year because, she still has to finish her job until the new judge comes in. And she said, I'm working till the end of the year. I've got a lot of offers, but she said, I'm going to give myself until February to figure out what I'm doing. And I loved that. Like, she didn't knee jerk. She didn't freak out. She's a lawyer. She's a judge. She's amazing. She can do anything she wants to do in life, but she's just not letting it get to her. So I just, and it was so big. It was just so big for me yesterday. Like, I mean, we're all like, I was like halfway crying listening to her, but then I'm like, I'm not crying for her. No way. She's a badass. She can do anything in life she wants to do, and she's going to go do it. And that's what I want to encourage all of you. Every single one of you can do whatever it is you want to do. And I told you guys I was in Dallas on Friday meeting with the production team for the television show, and we're creating the treatment, which is the actual show, which is actually what the 30 minutes of the show is going to be. And the head writer and creator, her name is Lisa too, so that worked out great. And she's amazing, and she's done a lot of this stuff, so she knows what she's doing. But she got to know me like in 3 minutes. She's like, I know exactly what we're going to do with you, and da 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 da. But then the fear starts coming in because a show like this has never been done before. And so I start thinking, well, why am I worthy to do it? Why can't I do it? Why'd they pick me? Da 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 da. Well, you know what? I picked myself. This is a decision I made 6 years ago that I wanted to do something of this caliber. And I've worked really hard to get there. And so it might take you, I hope it doesn't take all of you 6 years to do what it is exactly you want to do. But I want to encourage you. I want to see you guys write it on here. What do you want to do in 2019? What is your big audacious dream? What's your big audacious goal? What is it you're going to do and nobody's going to stop you? Put it out there to the universe. See, I've put this show out to the universe for years now. Years. And we never had a production company and a broadcaster both pick it up. I've had broadcasters want to do it, meaning those are networks, or I've had production companies want to do them, and then the broadcaster bails at the end, like the History Station, not calling anybody out. Anyways, but that's fine because now I got Fox. So it's way better than the History Station. So who cares, right? So I just want to encourage all of you, please put it out there. Say it to the universe. Say it to each other. Get into big sellers. And then Wednesday on my show, changing gears just a bit, I've got Jan Goss Gibson. I cannot wait. Her new book just went #1, day one in Amazon, like in three different categories. And it's bedroom etiquette for the boardroom, like bedroom etiquette, but she is a business strategist expert. And so anyways, we're going to have her on the show Wednesday, and we're going to spice this thing up a little bit. The book's fantastic. I got to read it before it went to publication, and it's really good, and I can't wait. I mean, come on. It's like we got to spice it up a little bit, right? We got to get fierce. And so Jan's going to talk to us about the book. But I want you to go out there. I want you to write it down. Write it in this group. Write it on this show. What are you going to do in 2019 that is going to rock your world, change your life, make you happy, and, make you excited to get up every single morning and to do what you do? Write it down, put it into the universe, and then tomorrow we're going to discuss it. All right, guys, I'm a respecter of time, so our 15 minutes is up. Go out there and be fierce, be happy. Let me see if I missed anybody I didn't get to say hi to this morning. Faye just came on. Sandra just came on. Jeff. Melissa's going to publish her book. Julia Shear. Oh, she wants to get back into ministry. Well, Julia, I'm working with Joel Osteen's people, so you never know. And I'll just say something about that. You know, the executive producer on the show, you know, he's very, very good friends with Pastor Osteen for sure. And he said, Lisa, he said, this is going to be more than a car show. This is going to be where you're going to have an audience, and somehow, some way, we really believe you're going to encourage people to do something bigger and better. And I don't even know what that means and what to do with that yet. But we're all meant to be out there to encourage each other. And that's why I am grateful for every single one of you. You guys encourage me. And I miss you guys when I don't talk to you on the weekends. But I want you to encourage each other. And when you see somebody on this lineup, on this feed, like Julia, okay, she wants to go back into ministry, which I love. Who do you know that you could introduce her to? How can we help? Let's see. Dina, let's see who was, Melissa, how do we help Melissa? She wants to publish a book. Well, that means all of us need to buy the book, right? So look on this feed, put it out there. And if there's somebody you can help or strategic introductions that you can make them. Let's help each other have the biggest 2019 in the history of the world, and go see the movie Ralph Broke the Internet. It is so worth it, even if you're not taking a kid. And then let's quit talking about breaking the internet, since it looks like we're all having freezing issues this morning. All right, you guys, I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.